Fox 22 News at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones. The second and final day of a two-day hearing for convicted murderer Dennis DeShane unfolded at Knox County Superior Court today. It included the cross-examination of another DNA expert, and this hearing will determine if the 66-year-old DeShane will get a new trial. Alleged contamination of evidence and the protocol for collecting evidence at the 1988 crime scene were both discussed at length during today's hearing. At one point, Assistant Attorney General Donald Maycomer showed the DNA expert a picture of Sarah Cherry's rope-bound hands being held by someone not wearing gloves while collecting evidence. DeShane is currently serving a life sentence with no parole for kidnapping, torturing, sexually assaulting, and murdering 12-year-old Sarah Cherry in 1988. This week's hearing is the latest of multiple attempts by DeShane for a new trial, and it is unclear when the court will deliver a decision. Well, one of Maine's former governors was laid to rest today. Joe Brennan passed away earlier this month at the age of 89. He was laid to rest at New Calvary Cemetery in South Portland, where he was honored by Maine State Police. A funeral procession and mass were both held this morning at the Cathedral of the Immaculate Conception in Portland. The Portland native served in the U.S. Army and state legislature before becoming Maine's Attorney General. He was elected to his first term as governor in 1978.
Most important of all, he had a deep and lifelong concern for the well-being of every member of our society, especially those who most needed help, but who were least able to advocate for themselves.
In other news tonight, a student was struck by a University of Maine campus vehicle in Orono this morning. It happened on Long Road on the University of Maine campus just before 9:30. A university spokesperson says emergency services responded and the student was taken to a local hospital with minor injuries. Counseling services are being provided for students, faculty, or staff who may have been affected. The spokesperson says the incident is being investigated, and anyone who saw what happened is being asked to contact Lieutenant Noel Santiago. That contact information is in this story on our website, foxbangor.com. An early morning fire left a building at the Senator Inn in Augusta badly damaged. According to the Augusta Fire Department, the call came in just after midnight on Friday morning. Officials said the section that caught fire was vacant at the time. A spokesperson for the fire marshal's office says the 15-unit standalone building is only rented in the summer and was in the process of being renovated. The fire was contained to the roof and attic space of the building. The rest of the hotel was not damaged and remains open. The spokesperson says the cause of that fire has been ruled accidental. A devastating structure fire in Lee has left a small business a total loss. According to Lee Fire Chief Jay Crocker, the fire broke out around 8 o'clock this morning in a building behind the Mount Jefferson Ski Loft Lodge. It was actually Chief Crocker who was the one to first see and report that fire.
From a mile away, I could see the smoke and flames coming up them great big pine trees behind us. She was fully involved when we got here, and our biggest concern was the lodge behind me.
Well, there were no injuries, and the ski lodge was mostly untouched from the fire, but the structure itself has been deemed a total loss. The building was a workshop the owner had been using to build tiny homes. Well, the Maine Turnpike Authority is warning drivers about a scam involving someone trying to collect a debt owed for road tolls. Our Augusta reporter Corey Bouchard has the story.
So far in Maine, we have not heard from any of our customers that they've received these, but we have heard through the FBI that this is kind of going state to state.
According to a notice put out by the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center, the scam involves a text message that appears to be from a state's turnpike authority, saying that person owes money for a toll and needs to pay now in order to avoid a late fee. Aaron Courtney from the Maine Turnpike Authority says a text message should be the first red flag.
The first thing I would say is that the Maine Turnpike Authority doesn't send out text messages to any of our customers. So that would be the first thing, is that if you get a text message that says it's from the Maine Turnpike, It is not.
Courtney adds there are legitimate reasons why the Maine Turnpike Authority would contact you for a missed toll, but only through the proper channels.
If you end up going through an Easy Pass without an Easy Pass and you get a bill in the mail, that is legitimate because we will send them in the mail. We will always send those via US Postal, not through text and not through an email if you're not one of our customers.
While the scam has not yet appeared in Maine, it has been reported over 2,000 times in at least 3 states.
But I would say that if someone does receive that in Maine, they should let us know at least so we can be prepared to let others know.
Courtney says you can contact the Maine Turnpike Authority at 888 MTA Pass or by using the Contact Us form on their website. In Augusta, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
It's National Work Zone Awareness Week. It's a time to highlight the dangers of distracted driving, especially around road work. Motorists are being reminded to follow posted speed limits, eliminate distractions, and pay attention. It's not only for the safety of the drivers on the road, but also the workers who consider that roadway their office. According to the Maine DOT, Maine averages more than 500 crashes and 2 fatalities in work zones every year.
Construction sites have people who are mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, and they're working in sometimes dangerous conditions, being just feet from moving traffic. You look down to look at a text message popping up when you're going through a work zone. The results of that could be deadly.
Well, while Work Zone Awareness Week comes to a close today, officials say it's important to practice safe driving year-round. And for more safe driving tips, you can visit our website, foxbangor.com. Certainly a timely reminder. The weather is getting nicer, and we are seeing plenty of road crews out there, many of them filling potholes left over from the wicked winter weather. So give them the berth that they require and do pay attention. Alrighty, folks, let's go ahead and hit pause here, take a peek outside, and get a first check of our forecast.
Thank you so much, Beth. Our first weather this evening is brought to you by Down East Trailer Service in Ellsworth, offering parts, sales, and full service repair on all trailers. Your local Load Right authorized dealer. Stop by or call us today, 207-813-0007. And what a good looking day out there today. Temperatures around 60 degrees here in town, a bit cooler right at the coast, but overall though, a nice and pleasant day. Good amount of sunshine as well. The last couple of days we saw lots of sunshine. Last week we saw a few days with almost 100% cloud cover, but now we turn the page. More clouds are rolling in with more chances of rain overnight tonight and then into the day on Saturday. Overnight, though, we're going to continue to see more and more clouds with more chances of rain. Beth?
Alrighty, Conrad, thank you so much. And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, police are urging residents to celebrate an unofficial holiday tomorrow with caution. And a hospital is getting a new lease on life. See how when we return.
A quality replacement window made with Fibrix material, which is twice as strong as vinyl, delivered through a stress-free process. Welcome to Renewal by Andersen. Get the peace of mind knowing Renewal by Andersen handles everything from start to finish. With one call, you'll enjoy working with the best people, exclusive products, and a superior process.
It's the people.
It's the process.
It's the product.
Call now to get our exceptional signature service. This fantastic offer is available only for a limited time. Renewal by Andersen, the better way to a better window.
Planet Oats so creamy and not watery like.
Exactly, and unsweetened, has 0 grams of sugar.
And don't forget, it's an excellent source of calcium. Wow, Planet Oat really has it all.
You guys are so right.
No, you are.
No, you are.
No, you are.
Yeah, you are.
These days you can buy a new mattress anywhere. However, getting the right mattress at the right price will keep you up at night. When you're ready for a new mattress, come to Dorsey's. We've delivered more mattresses to this area than any other retailer. With over 48 years of experience, the largest in-stock selection, plus our 30-night sleep guarantee, we've got the right mattress for you at a great price. Dorsey Furniture, Route 1A, Holden. Sleep well, my friends.
Finding the right vehicle for you and your family can be a daunting task.
At Varney Buick GMC, our expert staff is here to make the journey as painless as possible. Our goal is to get you and your family in a vehicle that will best fit into your lifestyle. Communication is key, and our team makes sure to be completely transparent throughout the process, informing you on all of your options. Come experience Varney value, only at Varney Buick GMC.
Welcome to Talladega. The NASCAR Cup Series from Talladega, Sunday on Fox.
Saturdays, baseball's best are showing out on Fox.
We're having way too much fun.
Where MVPs are VIPs. All the swag, all the salt, and all the slam. The biggest games on the best day of the week. Fox Saturday Baseball, all season long.
Well, some developers are finding creative ways to build affordable apartments. Asia Reed brings us to a former hospital in Bath that soon will be transformed.
This building used to be a hospital. It's now being used to help fight Maine's housing crisis.
You know, trying to be creative and find ways to use that old hospital building in a better way.
Developer Dave Holman says this old building in Bath is underutilized. That's why he bought part of it for $7.1 million. There's already 30 existing apartments here right now, most rented out for folks in the Navy. Dozens of businesses also operate in this building. He'll add 7 additional workforce housing units for people like teachers and Bath Iron Works employees. So why workforce housing and not affordable housing?
We can build it in 6 months. A fast, affordable housing project would come together in 2 or 3 years.
Affordable housing comes with more regulations and obstacles in the form of grant funding and zoning requirements.
I would say 99% of the land in this state is not eligible for that kind of building.
And the price tag of rent for the workforce housing units.
Anywhere from like $1,200 to $3,000, just depending on the size of the apartment.
George Sprague lives right across the street.
There's lots of open space that we can add more housing, but to have a building that's already underutilized and to, put more housing in that building, it just seems to make more sense.
The developer expects these units to be ready to go by the end of the year.
And that was Asia Reed reporting. Maine's 207 area code will likely stay as the state's sole area code for a little while longer. The Maine Public Utilities Commission has been monitoring the use of 207 area code since 2018 as the number of service providers increased and the number of available numbers decreased. Commission Chair Phil Bartlett says the 207 area code has been in danger of exhaustion due to previous distribution practices that unnecessarily tie up large blocks of numbers without fully utilizing them. He says the commission has worked with providers to end the use of this practice and extend the viability of the area code.
So our current projection date is through 2033. Which is great. Back in 2021, when we were looking at this, we were set to exhaust as early as 2025. So we've added 8 years just with the efforts we've put in so far. And we're really becoming a model for the nation. There's a rapid use of area codes, which ultimately could be a problem for the whole country if we run out of the 10-digit numbers. I think folks around the country and at the FCC are following what we're doing pretty closely to see if this is part of a solution to increase the numbering pool nationwide.
Maine is one of only 11 states that still have just one area code. Well, tomorrow is April 20th, a date more commonly known as 420, at least to cannabis users. Because the unofficial marijuana holiday falls on a Saturday this year, police are raising concerns about drivers hitting the road while under the influence. Our David Ledford has more.
Just because something is legal doesn't mean that you can operate on it effectively.
There's a lot of factors and a lot of consequences that can come from impaired driving.
The Maine Bureau of Highway Safety is issuing a reminder about the dangers of driving under the influence this April 20th. The day is commonly associated with smoking cannabis, and police are asking those that celebrate not to get behind the wheel.
Cannabis can slow your reaction time. People find it very difficult to maintain their lane while operating on a roadway.
Besides alcohol, cannabinoids have been the most frequently detected drug found in samples from OUI investigations in Maine since 2020, according to the Maine Bureau of Highway Safety.
Back in 2021, we had 32 impaired fatalities. That was 21% of all fatalities for that year. 2022, we had 46 impaired fatalities, which was 25%.
State police say they will be upping their presence Saturday to help weed out the impaired drivers.
There will be increased patrols in every area, rural patrols, highway patrols. So if you plan on celebrating during this time, make sure you find a driver.
Police say if you see an impaired driver on the road, do not hesitate to contact local law enforcement.
If someone is operating erratically, you can call into your local dispatch and get somebody out there so that we can make the proper enforcement action on that vehicle.
In Bangor, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, coming up on the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22, we have more details on last night's strike against Iran by Israel and a near catastrophe at Reagan International Airport outside Washington after two JetBlue planes almost collide. Those stories and more as the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22 continues.
For the second year in a row, Chevy Equinox has been ranked by J.D. Power #1 in new vehicle quality for compact SUVs. In other words, it's really good, right from the start. Chevy Equinox.
Do that again.
Connected by OnStar.
Or current qualified Chevy lessees can get this Equinox for $269 a month. Or current qualified Chevy owners can get $2,500 total cash allowance on this Equinox.
Visit your New England Chevy dealer.
Nothing comes close to this place in the morning. I'm so glad I can still come here. You see, I was diagnosed with obstructive HCM, and there were some days I was so short of breath, I thought I'd have to settle for never stepping foot on this trail again. I became great at making excuses, but I have people who count on me, so I talked to my cardiologist. I said there must be more we can do for my symptoms. He told me about a medication called Camzyos. He said Camzyos works by targeting what's causing my obstructive HCM, so he prescribed it, and I'm really glad he did.
Camzyos is used to treat adults with symptomatic obstructive HCM. Camzyos may improve your symptoms and your ability to be active. Camzyos may cause serious side effects, including heart failure that can lead to death, a risk that's increased if you develop a serious infection or irregular heartbeat or when taking certain other medicines. So do not stop, start, or change medicines or the dose without telling your healthcare provider. You must have echocardiograms before and during treatment. Seek help if you experience new or worsening symptoms of heart failure. Because of this risk, Camzyos is only available through a restricted program. Before taking Camzyos, tell your doctor about all of your medical conditions, including current or planned pregnancy.
Today with Camzyos, I don't lose my breath as often. My symptoms have improved, helping me go from expecting less to experiencing more. My name is Mike, and this is my Camzyos moment. Call your cardiologist today and see if a Camzyos moment may be in your future too.
Higher shipping rates may be the cost of doing business, but at what cost?
Turn shipping to your advantage with low-cost ground shipping from the United States Postal Service.
At the Toyota Spring Savings Event, great selection means lots of great savings deals. You could get 1.99% financing on most Tundra hybrid and gas models. See your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
Congress is gearing up for a busy weekend as lawmakers try to pass several important bills. One funds allies overseas and another is intended to protect from foreign threats. Fox's Connor Hansen has details.
An extension to the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act was put in the hands of the U.S. Senate before an end-of-the-week deadline. Lawmakers debated potential changes to the law.
We're still trying to see if there's a path to getting this bill done quickly, but disagreements remain on how to proceed.
Minority Leader Mitch McConnell giving a grim warning about letting the law lapse.
We could pass the House's reform bill, or, given the late hour and political reality, we can essentially doom the program to go dark. Pass the House reform bill, or give free rein to foreign intelligence operatives and terrorists to target America.
The Senate is also waiting for the House to vote and send a bill to send aid to Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan.
Members should plan to be here over the weekend if necessary to work on both FISA and the supplemental.
For the first time in decades, Democrats helped a Republican Speaker, Mike Johnson, put a bill on the floor. Johnson still faces pressure from other Republicans who insist on folding in border security funds. But the Speaker is betting enough of them will stick with him, tired of the infighting.
This is not supposed to be reality television. We came here to govern. And when we can't govern because some people want to be on TV and they want to do campaign fundraising on Twitter and X and all that.
The White House says it supports both the FISA bill and the foreign aid package. In New York, Connor Hansen, Fox News.
Maryland's governor gave an update on the cleanup at the site of the Francis Scott Key Bridge collapse. Fox's Christina Coleman has the story.
We've lifted over 120 containers off of the dolly. We have now successfully removed around 1,300 tons of steel from the water.
Maryland Governor Wes Moore trying to convey the enormity of the cleanup operation at the site of the Francis Scott Key Bridge collapse.
You see here that it's almost difficult to assess what's what.
The Dali, a loaded container ship, struck one of the bridge's supporting columns on March 26, causing the span to collapse, sending 6 members of a roadwork crew plunging to their deaths. The cleanup efforts now broken down into 4 areas.
First, we need to give closure and comfort to these families. Second, we need to clear the channel and open the vessel traffic to the port. Third, we need to take care of all of the people who have been affected by this crisis. And fourth, we need to and we will rebuild the Key Bridge.
The Maryland Department of Labor is rolling out a worker support program to provide $430 in a weekly payment to individuals who regularly worked at the port before the bridge collapsed.
Our mission is to help as many people as we can during this difficult time.
Officials remain optimistic that part of the channel will reopen according to plan.
We are actively removing yet another large section from the waterway. It keeps us on track to open the limited access channel by the end of this month.
Both the FBI and NTSB are investigating what caused the collision. In Los Angeles, Christina Coleman, Fox News.
A military source tells Fox News that last night's strike against Iran by Israel was limited. The Israelis also targeted an air defense unit in southern Syria. Fox's Trey Yingst has the latest from Tel Aviv.
Iranian protesters take to the streets of Tehran on Friday morning, many holding signs that say down with Israel.
The Zionist regime should know that if it makes a mistake, this time it will be punished harder and more severely.
The demonstrations erupted hours after an Israeli strike targeted Iran's Esfahan province, home to the Natanz nuclear facility, a plant used to enrich uranium. The apparent retaliation to an Iranian attack against Israel over the weekend was meant to send a message to Iran that Israel can reach out and touch close to nuclear facilities, a well-placed military source told Fox News. Reports indicate an airbase was hit with Israeli missiles, as Iranian military leadership claimed without evidence that explosions heard in the area were caused by successful air defense interceptions.
I think the Iranians will likely call it a day. No cruise missile attack, no ballistic missile attack. And, you know, they wanted to call it a day, obviously, after the last attack on Saturday night, but the Israelis weren't going to put up with that. I'm hopeful that's where we are.
American and Israeli officials had very limited reaction to the strikes overnight, but Secretary of State Antony Blinken reiterated that the United States stands behind its key Middle East partner.
We're also committed to de-escalating, to trying to bring this tension to a close.
The event allowed Iran to claim victory and Israel to send a message to the regime in Tehran, effectively de-escalating the situation for now. In Tel Aviv, Trey Yingst, Fox News.
A near catastrophe at Reagan National Airport outside Washington after a JetBlue plane almost collided during takeoff with a taxiing Southwest jet. An FAA investigation is underway into how this happened and what went wrong. Fox's Caroline Shively reports.
Stop, where's 2937, stop.
The Federal Aviation Administration investigating another near miss. Thursday morning, 2 commercial planes came within 300 feet of colliding at Reagan National Airport, just outside of Washington, D.C.
We stopped. We were cleared to cross runway 4.
And we stopped JetBlue 1664. The FAA says an air traffic controller instructed a Southwest Airlines flight bound for Orlando to cross a runway, while a JetBlue flight headed to Boston was starting its takeoff roll on the same runway.
The incident yesterday was a big warning light flashing red.
The safety of the flying public must be our primary focus.
It's the latest incident making passengers and pilots nervous. It comes just a day after Alaska Airlines had to ground flights for an hour because of issues while performing an upgrade to one of their systems. And just 3 months after a door plug panel blew off a Boeing 737 MAX jetliner.
This has to be a detailed investigation, and the end result has to be toward helping Boeing succeed by exposing the truth.
The FAA reports close call incidents have increased by almost 25% in the last decade. In Washington, Caroline Shively, Fox News.
And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, local businesses unite to help fundraise for an autism-related cause. And in sports, as Maine football puts a bow on their spring season, it's got them feeling good as they get ready for the fall. We'll be right back.
DC, Birmingham, or Michigan, San Antonio. The United Football League, Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox.
Maine's #1 Kia dealer, Van Sickle Kia, makes driving a new car affordable. Right now, lease a brand new Kia Forte for just $199 a month. You get 41 mpg highway and tons of technology. Or lease a brand new all-wheel drive Kia Seltos for just $259 a month. Or buy a brand new Kia Sportage for under $30,000. And best of all, every new Kia at Van Sickle comes with Kia's 10-year or 100,000-mile warranty. The best in the business, making driving affordable at Van Sickle Kia.
The best cars, the best prices, and the best warranty. I'm Peter Van Sickle. I guarantee it.
Are your gutters weighed down by debris causing them to sag and overflow? I'm Tony Hafford with TC Hafford Basement Systems. Clogged gutters lead to costly repairs for your home, so skip the cleaning and stop the clogs with Gutter Shutter. Gutter Shutter, the world's best gutter, is a high-performance gutter with a lifetime no-clog guarantee. Stop the clutter, get Gutter Shutter. Call TC Hafford Basement Systems today for all things basementy.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Transform your surroundings with Paramount Paving, located in Bangor. They are your paving and seal coating experts. Whether it's residential maintenance to full commercial projects, Paramount Paving delivers quality that lasts. Book before June 1st and enjoy a $250 Visa gift card upon completion of your next paving project. Call us today at 602-8931 or visit us at ParamountPavingLLC.com. Paramount Paving, setting the standard for excellence. When it comes to paving, we are Paramount.
From the land to the sea, Chase's Family Restaurant is the place to be.
Are you looking for a place to unwind after a long day?
Then come check out our Hideaway Lounge.
With a bar that's both upbeat and laid back. And it's the perfect atmosphere for anyone who wants to unwind after work.
Or kick it up for the weekends with daily drink specials and a full dinner menu.
You can fill up on a good time any night of the week.
Thank you for being a part of our family.
Here at Chase's Family Restaurant.
Welcome back. Focusing on similarities versus differences is one of the messages local organizations are spreading during Autism Awareness Month. Johnny Maffey has the story on how valuable friendship can be.
Lacking social skills is for anybody, not just for people with disabilities.
During Autism Awareness Month, groups like Best Buddies Maine are trying to focus on people's similarities, not their differences.
We have so much more in common than we realize, and there's so much out there about looking at someone from the outside and kind of just making those judgments without really knowing people. And Best Buddies is really great because we drop all of that, all the preconceived notions.
Senior Programs Manager Shay Wilcox says connecting people with and without intellectual and developmental disabilities can be very important. Jackson Bowie Haskell agrees.
You know, eating ice cream, having a pizza party, talking with some of the friends around the school, because sometimes I just love to talk. I'm not really that social. Being around people really makes my mental health go like this.
The South Portland High School grad has been hanging out with Best Buddies since 2022.
I've hung out with Best Buddies so much that I'd have to look deep in my memories, so like there's just too many times to count.
We all have so much in common. It's not so much focusing on what people can't do or people with disabilities can't do. It's like, what can they do and how can we connect over our common interests and experiences?
And that was Johnny Maffey reporting. Well, some automotive businesses are trying to help families living with autism, and they're hoping you can help as well. The Midcoast Business Development Group is a mixture of independently owned Napa Auto Care Centers and Napa Truck Care Centers located between Ellsworth and Warren. And they're putting up flyers and asking people to stop in with donations for their Autos for Autism campaign. The fundraiser helps families living with autism access important resources, and it also helps with family fun days so those families can have a safe environment to relax and meet other people going through the same situations.
They can make new friends, share their experiences, and make those connections to help build their support circles when the tough days do come around.
Last year, Autos for Autism raised more than $10,000. This year, well, they certainly hope to beat that. The fundraiser runs through the end of April. Well, it won't be long until the Kenduskeag Extreme Canoe Race is underway, and some Bangor businesses were making last-minute preparations for the crowds they'll be seeing. Our Matthew Jurancic has the story.
Saturday morning is the official start of the 57th annual Kenduskeag Extreme Canoe Race. It's less than 24 hours away, and you can tell there's a buzz in the air.
So we're really excited for it. It's a lot of fun, long day for everybody, but still just a lot of fun and excitement throughout the entire day, start to finish.
I'm so pumped to be racing tomorrow. I'm so excited. This is my first time doing the race.
Not a chance we can miss this.
According to Bangor Parks and Recreation Coordinator Zach Knapsey, more than 350 boats are registered for the big day, and more than 700 people will be participating in the event. The race may not be the only place seeing big crowds. Businesses across Bangor have been making final touches ahead of Saturday.
We always try to make sure that our patio is set up for outside, because of course, if you're soaking wet, rather you're outside. And we are ready to go. Patio's all set up.
And participants across Maine say they plan on shopping local in Bangor following the race.
We're gonna come back into town and we're gonna get some lunch and eat and then go shopping. I'm gonna go shopping. I'm gonna go hit up Mexicali Blues. That's my favorite. Maybe Bagel Central. That's also one of my favorites.
South Portland resident John Pacone says he has participated in the race for many years on and off. He says the impact of this race goes beyond dollars and cents.
It's a big party. Everybody's in. All the different parts of town, from Kenduskeag all the way down, people lying on the roads, having parties on the side of the stream.
In Bangor, Matthew Jurancic, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
And keeping with the great outdoors, anyone going to a national park this Saturday can get in for free. The U.S. Senate unanimously passed a resolution co-sponsored by Maine Senator Angus King that designates Saturday, April 20th through April 28th as National Park Week. The National Park Service has a special theme every day to showcase ways to experience, learn about, or get involved with national parks. Acadia National Park and Katahdin Woods and Waters are among those offering free admission. So between the stream race and National Park Week, there's plenty to get you outdoors this weekend. Alrighty, folks. Well, when we come back, we have our full 5-day forecast. Stay with us.
And another day where the sunshine was shining, but big changes are on the way. More chances of rain will be rolling in. When and how much rain are we going to get? I'll have the timing and more coming up.
Fires, floods, burst pipes. Disasters happen, but the mess they leave behind doesn't have to last. For 40 years, Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration has been there to help Mainers get back to the closest to normal as they can. When your property is at its worst, Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration is at their best, and they have been for 4 decades. Put your trust in the Bouchard team. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest.
Bipolar 1, I got help to push back.
I got help to push back.
We got help to push back with Lybalvi.
Once daily prescription Lybalvi is proven to treat manic or mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults to help you push back. Elderly patients with dementia have increased risk of death or stroke. Do not take Lybalvi if you are taking opioids or are in opioid withdrawal. The samidorphan in Lybalvi can cause severe opioid withdrawal that can lead to hospitalization or increased risk of life-threatening overdose. Get emergency help if you have trouble breathing, become very drowsy with slowed or shallow breathing, feel faint, very dizzy or confused, or have a fever, stiff muscles, rash, swollen glands, or problems with your liver, kidneys, heart, or lungs. Other serious side effects may include high cholesterol, weight gain, potentially fatal high blood sugar, uncontrolled body movements which may be permanent, dizziness upon standing or falls.
Are you ready? Ask your doctor about Lybalvi. Looking for copay savings? Text copay to 45286.
For years, I've been inviting you to do business with Down East Toyota. Now let's hear from a customer.
I chose Down East for their reputation and service after the sale. I was unsure about what I wanted, and Sam answered all of my questions. I decided on the RAV4 for reliability and great gas mileage. Sam kept me informed as my vehicle was in transit, and I'll certainly look to him for my next purchase. It was a wonderful experience from start to finish.
Thank you. We hope you'll soon discover that all roads lead to Down East on Wilson Street in Brewer.
John Hamm stars as Detective Marvin Flute in Grim. Wait. Big Bite. Grimsburg. All new Sundays on Fox.
Welcome back. Our main weather today is brought to you by Varney Ford. Varney Ford in Newport gives 1 full year maintenance on every new and used vehicle they sell. Come visit them and see their huge selection of cars and trucks, the nice car and truck people. And weather-wise, might want to go buy a car or at least an umbrella, folks. We're definitely going to need that for tomorrow. We got a little bit of rain moving on in New York City, getting some lighter showers, and this is going to continue to move our way. We're talking light to maybe moderate rain at times, but overall, though, upper Midwest, wow, it feels like winter again. They're getting some snow. For us, though, we're sticking around just rain. For now, though, increasing clouds, and by tomorrow morning, we're looking at some rain showers in the area. If you got plans in the morning, I would leave extra early, bring an umbrella, and just get ready for some rain showers in the region. Some of these darker green colors right at the coast, and those yellow colors, of course, indicating more of a moderate rain that will be in the area. By tomorrow afternoon, though, lots of improvements, and then by Sunday, things will be in the clear. Same story into the day on Monday. But before that, maybe a 1/4 of an inch of rain in some spots, possibly a little bit more at times in some isolated locations. Now, the winds, a little pocket of some breezy winds here in town. 13 miles an hour. Bar Harbor is at 12. Machias, you're at 5. And then Rockland, just a 10-mile-per-hour breeze with wind gusts around 20 miles per hour. So a couple of spots do have 25-mile-per-hour winds. Overall, though, they're going to continue to go more calm by tonight, by tomorrow especially. We're just looking at a light breeze, and same story into Sunday. Now, let's talk temperatures, right? Our average should be closer to mid-30s. We were below that. 31 degrees to start out the day. Upper 20s in Bar Harbor. Now look at this. Surprise, surprise. Even cooler by Machias. We're looking at mid to even upper 20s at times right at the coast. So definitely much cooler air has made its way back. But then nice rebound in temperatures near 60 today. Bit cooler Saturday. Sunday by Monday, really cooler. We're talking mid-40s. Not for long. Right back up to the 50s. Slightly cooler by end of next week, back into the 40s, possibly making a return. For tonight, though, we're going to continue to see more and more of those thicker clouds. Rain showers will be moving in late. Overall, though, a light breeze, and temperatures will be looking at around 42 degrees. For tomorrow, low 50s outside, so not bad. Cloudy skies, though, overall, though, and some scattered showers. And then a light breeze once again, so the winds aren't really a thing we got to worry about for tomorrow. Just the rain and those temperatures, right? Much better by Sunday. By Monday, definitely going to be a cooler day. It's going to be windy. It's going to feel like we're back in the 30s. Overnight lows, it's going to feel like we're in the teens. And then by Tuesday, we're looking at much better conditions. Still an abundant amount of sunshine. Temperatures will be much warmer, back into those mid-50s. By Wednesday, more chances of rain. It gets interesting. Wednesday night, some rain and snow will be back. Beth?
Alrighty, Conrad, thank you so much. And folks, sports is coming up next. Keep it right here.
If you've been injured and think you can't afford a lawyer, think again.
Lowry & Associates can be your lawyers, and there's no fee unless they win your case.
We don't get paid unless you get paid. We call it the Lowry Guarantee.
They win or it's free. That's the Lowry Guarantee.
Lowry & Associates settled my case for $195,000.
Call the twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do? Call 222-2222.
Refine, your local expert in window and door installation, carpentry repairs, and commercial facilities management. At Refine, we're proud to offer Maine-made Paradigm windows crafted with care and precision to ensure quality and durability like no other. From quaint cottages to bustling businesses, let us refine your space with our signature Maine-made touch. Trust Refine to exceed your expectations every time. Contact us today and let Maine craftsmanship elevate your home or business. Rise with Refine.
Let's face it, getting training and experience is hard, but at Loring Job Corps we can help. From certifications in automotive technology, obtaining your CDL, or learning building trades, we have you covered. Maybe you prefer joining the high-tech world of computer networking or cybersecurity. We have that as well. Don't delay, get in the driver's seat to your future today. And the best part, Loring Job Corps is free. Receive free training, free meals, and even free housing. Call or go to jobcorps.gov/Loring. Job Corps careers begin here.
Brackish River Bistro, an American restaurant sharing the Winterport Winery and Penobscot Bay Brewery building in the heart of Winterport. We have an incredible breakfast menu running until noon, brunch specials lasting until 3 p.m., happy hour on Wednesday and Thursday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Plus, we're open nightly for dinner and drinks. Take the drive to Winterport and taste what the Brackish River Bistro is all about. 279 South Main Street, Winterport. We look forward to seeing you.
Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Triumph Professional Cleaning Services, providing outstanding commercial cleaning services to Eastern and Central Maine. Triumph Professional Cleaning, creating an environment of cleanliness.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thanks for staying with us. We're going to start out on the gridiron. Maine football is wrapping up their spring practices. They're building strong bonds along with improving their game in a big way. Ryan Sudol has more.
We care about each other. We care about this place. We all want to be here, and we're excited to put out the best product that we possibly can.
Maine football hasn't seen the success they've wanted in recent years, but things are looking up if spring ball is any indication.
The whole team's just like attitude and approach to spring practice. Whatever the weather is, whatever is going on, they're really able to focus in, and that's just a testament to the work they put in.
One of the big stories this year is roster turnover, a plethora of new players and just as many that transferred and graduated. But that just might make this team's bond stronger.
We can just rally around each other. You know, what matters to us is the guys that are in the locker room, and just coming together and knowing that we have to make a change and we got to do what we got to do to be great.
What needs to become greater is the Black Bears' ability to stop the run after giving up around 180 ground yards a game last year. It's the main emphasis in practice, and it's paying off.
We got to stop the run, and, that just opens up everything else. I trust in our back, and I trust in our coaches. They're getting our techniques right, and we're just trusting the process.
The same can be said about their ability to run. 63 yards a game there won't net you many wins either. But that, like the defense, is looking promising.
Our ability to run the football, our ability to stop the run. I mean, you've really seen this team go back and forth. Probably the first I can say that that both sides have competed at that high level since I've been here.
All of this while there's the most active quarterback competition there has been in years, and the hunger amongst them is making the choice a lot harder.
Competition breeds the best, and all the guys in that room are doing a really good job. You got to get used to things with new guys back there, but whoever's back there, we're going to rally behind them.
And the Black Bears hope their efforts this spring and the ones they'll put forth in Saturday's spring game will have their fans rallying behind them.
It's a whole new identity. It's a whole new mindset. And we're just going to finish, and we just want you all guys to be with us. And if you're not with us, then, hey, so be it.
In Orono, I'm Ryan Sudol, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
Thanks for that, Ryan. Let's stay with some football now. The Patriots just under a week away from the NFL draft, where they are slated to pick third overall. It's been a long build-up to draft day with a lot of questions being asked. Will they take a quarterback? Will they trade down? Could they trade up? Yesterday, de facto GM Elliott Wolf spoke and basically said yes to all of the above.
We're open to anything, moving up, moving down. We're open for business in the first round and in every round. We have some holes we feel like we need to fill in the draft, and we're a draft and develop team. The more picks we have, the better. But if there's an opportunity to move up and strike, then we won't be afraid to pull the trigger on that either.
All right, looking forward to that. On to the Diamond now. Last night in Brewer, not only was it the first Fill the Hill night of the season, but also the first in a very long time. The Witches hosted Oxford Hills for both baseball and softball games for their season opener yesterday, with baseball playing their first game in several years in Brewer on the brand new turf at Hedrick Field. So fans got to literally fill the hill between Coffin Field and Hedrick Field and watch both games at once. For baseball, after years of playing all their games away from home, it was definitely a nice sight to see.
It's nice to be here for the first time since 2016 was our last time for an opening day here. So it was nice to finally be back home and play for our fans. It just feels the best. A lot of families, a lot of people coming to watch Brewer baseball at Hedrick Field again.
All right, staying on the Diamond here, up in Orono, Maine baseball off from America East play this weekend and opening a series with Rider College this afternoon. To Mahaney we go, the Black Bears trying to snap a 3-game skid, taking on the Bronx from Rider. Bottom seconds where we'll start. Bases loaded for Logan Burrell, and he takes this fastball, lines it into right center. That one gets over the wall. It's a grand slam. Maine is up 4-0. Here comes the Bronx, though. Next frame, Justin Costanzo rips a single up the middle. 2 runs would come in to score, and we are tied at 4. Next batter, Matt Leahy with some small ball executing the squeeze bunt. He's out at first, but the run scores makes it 5-4, and that would be all P.J. Craig needed on the bump. He would strike out 9 Black Bears and pick up the win on the day. The Broncos beat Maine 13-4 is the final. And lastly, the quest for Banner 18 has begun. The Celtics finding out their first-round opponent tonight with their win over the Bulls earlier. The Miami Heat will be coming to Boston for Round 1, Game 1, Sunday at 1 p.m. Boston is a much different team than a year ago. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum have both made strides, and the additions of Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis have been magical, to say the least. The 2 players fitting into the rotation seamlessly, plus Derek White and Al Horford, have all stepped up when need be, but the C's can't get ahead of themselves like we've seen in the past. Here's what Al Horford and Coach Joe Mazzulla had to say about the mindset coming into Round 1.
At the end of the day, you just can't have an expectation that's going to go a certain way. It takes what it takes. And the other team's trying to win a championship too. So you have to have a respect for your opponent. You have to have a mental toughness to withstand things.
I'm excited about it. Our group as a whole, really trying to do things the right way, trying to play for one another, trying to play with that Celtics identity.
Looking forward to that. That's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
PDQ Door presents CHI Doors. CHI Doors are tough, dependable, engineered for fit and function. CHI Doors from PDQ Door, Hamden, Brockport, Bath, Waterville, Holton, Presque Isle, and PDQDoor.com.
So, all of us are here to talk about trading. Right now at US Cellular, you can get a new phone without having to trade in your old one.
Trade you my PB&J for that phone.
No, kid, you don't have to trade. See? $830 off any phone at US Cellular. No trade-in needed.
You drive a hard bargain. Boom. Chocolate milk.
You don't have to trade. I'll take the chocolate milk.
Okay.
Get $830 off any phone. No trade-in needed with any unlimited data plan.
Hello, Ghostbusters. It's Doug. We help people customize and save hundreds on car insurance with Liberty Mutual. We got a bit of a situation. Sure, I can hold.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
In theaters now.
When My Mechanic Company wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. My Mechanic Company, located in Carmel, is your go-to for auto repair. Whether you need brakes, tires, diagnostics, or a state inspection, My Mechanic has you covered. Come see why My Mechanic should be your mechanic.
I was on my way to pick up my son, and this car came out of nowhere.
A drunk driver crossed into Beth's lane and hit her head on.
With all the injuries, surgeries, and medical bills, I was overwhelmed.
The law offices of Joe Bornstein can tell you what your case is really worth and make impaired drivers pay for their recklessness.
Joe Bornstein got me almost $500,000.
Call the law offices of Joe Bornstein. Maine lawyers working for Maine people.
They really do mean business.
The Legacy Sandwich, where you can find quality homemade sandwiches that are made to order. When it comes to food, we take it seriously. That's why we serve shredded chicken and turkey on our sandwiches, and our bacon is cooked fresh daily. To pair with your sandwich, we also have a selection of homemade soups, macaroni salad, and baked goods for dessert. The Legacy Sandwich, voted Bangor's best deli sandwich shop for the past 12 years running. It's not just a sandwich, it's a legacy. Give us a call today.
Always standing ready to answer the call to service. Service your garage door. PDQ Door. PDQDoor.com.
Sign up for You Pick 'em Red Sox at foxbangor.com. Pick who you think is going to win and compete against other fans for prizes.
A highly anticipated movie becomes part of a theme park attraction, while a couple of other summer flicks share first looks. Here's Fox's Ashley Dvorkin with that and more in the Hollywood Nation.
This slap, Dad, thank you. Shyamalan's Trap, Transformers launch, and an action-packed attraction debuts in today's Hollywood Nation.
I'm not the hero of this story. I'm just a stunt guy.
A stunt-filled spectacular is heading to Universal Studios Hollywood. In collaboration with Universal Pictures and 87 North, the Fall Guy Stunt-tacular pre-show will join the Waterworld attraction April 27th through May 19th, with an original storyline about how stunt performances are created. The movie The Fall Guy, directed by former stuntman David Leitch and starring Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt, is in theaters May 3rd. Netflix's fantasy drama The Witcher will wrap with Season 5. The streamer announced production on Season 4 of the Liam Hemsworth-led series started. 4 and 5 will film back-to-back. Then 5 will conclude the series.
Beautiful.
Transformers 1 had a blast with the film's trailer debut in space. The origin story held a live stream countdown, then journey to space, and trailer reveal, along with an intro by Chris Hemsworth and Brian Tyree Henry. Transformers 1 is in theaters September 20th. No dad jokes, this is serious. Also in today's first looks is M. Night Shyamalan's thriller Trap, starring Josh Hartnett and Salika Shyamalan. The trailer shows Hartnett as a father with his daughter at a pop concert, where he learns it's actually a setup to catch a serial killer. Trap is in theaters August 9th. In Hollywood, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
Netflix says its password crackdown has netted it millions more customers and boosted profits. The streaming service says it's gained about 30 million new customers as of last year as a result of blocking password sharing outside of a household and new ad-based options. The company also reports a gain of 9.3 million subscribers in the first quarter of 2024. Netflix says it will stop sending quarterly reports on subscriber totals starting next year as it looks to focus more on financial growth tracking instead. Well, here's an interesting bit of wildlife happenstance. 2 vultures were sent to rehab after getting drunk off of fermented food. Yeah, you heard that right. The birds were found trying to fly under the influence in Watertown, Connecticut. Experts from the Wildlife Rehabilitation Center, a place called Hope, say the birds were in and out of consciousness, but feisty. After running a myriad of tests, they determined that the 2 dumpster diving vultures were actually drunk. The drunken birds were nursed back to health with rest, fluids, and a big breakfast of non-fermented food. Well, more than 15 years ago, a mother-daughter duo set out to make prom dresses available for every high schooler in Maine, regardless of income. The Cinderella Project of Maine takes in gently used prom dresses, and in return, they are given out free of charge. Approximately 1,000 dresses of all sizes and colors were available inside the Mermaid Plaza in Searsport today. According to the events coordinator, the Cinderella Project has grown tremendously over the years.
This can take a huge financial burden off a family and make it so that more kids can go to the prom.
Elliot Carignan was one of the few hundred high schoolers who attended, who said they've never seen such nice dresses that weren't so expensive.
I wasn't expecting such a nice dress, so I'm excited that I'm actually going to be able to wear something I'm proud to show up to prom in.
Well, the Cinderella Project continues all day tomorrow as well, and to learn more you can visit our website, foxbangor.com. All right, well, this week we stopped into a certain gun shop to see what they had in the back room, and no, it wasn't the owner's four-legged personality hire. Our Matthew Jurancic broke that story last week, and you can check it out on our website. The story that we were there for has a few more bells and whistles, and you'll see what we mean in this week's Destination Devon.
Who is pinball for?
Everybody.
It's a game that is easy to play, but incredibly hard to master. I don't think you can really ever master it.
The whole thought of man against machine.
Welcome to A&G Pinball Emporium, a collection of 35 pinball machines located in the back room of the A&G Shooting Gun Shop in Fairfield. According to the owner, Adam Hensby, his fascination with pinball machines started when he was just a kid visiting Old Orchard Beach with his dad.
That was something that he always liked, and I wanted to hang out with Dad, so you know, I'd always bum quarters off him. We'd play pinball side to side.
As Adam got older, it got harder to find pinball machines out in the wild, but there was always a certain machine that would pop up every once in a while.
There was one machine that I always liked as a kid. It was Adam's Family, and I always said, someday I'm going to buy one of those machines. And that came, and then it just took off from there.
Adam says once he got that first machine, it was a lot harder for him to resist the others. So he got a second and then a third.
That's an addiction.
Yeah. And in less than 4 years, he was a certified member and location of the New England Pinball League.
For me, it was great, because before, during the league, I'd have to travel at least an hour.
That's Jerry Lindsay, A&G's NEPL location operator. He says pinballing isn't just about enjoying the buzzers and bells, even though that's a pretty big part.
When you come up to a machine, you start seeing the ball bouncing around and then progress through the story of the game itself. It's just incredible.
Adam and Jerry both agree the best part about pinball is the community around it.
That's, for me, one of the biggest draws on that. It's just more of the social interaction now.
Everybody has fun. People don't get mad playing pinball.
In Fairfield, Devon Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Definitely a pinball fan myself. It is definitely a good time. Alrighty, folks, that is going to do it for us. From everyone here at Fox 22 News, take care and have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you right back here tomorrow night at 10. Good night, everyone.